Hey Lisa, how you doing? Thank you for including your work here. There are some significant shortcomings in this post, and I just want to describe these to you because, of course, you want to get as many points as possible, right? So let's go ahead and take a look. Your writing here, don't forget in the assignment requirements right here. Explain your design process, including the changes that you had to make both technically and conceptually when moving from the print ad to the banner ad. So you really want to describe your experience in that regard. Now, I notice a few things that we have in the banner ad here. Now, the banner ad's got the image in the background. Now, I notice you've submitted this in Photoshop. This should be submitted as an animated GIF, and that's part of the requirements because one of the proficiencies in this class is to be able to save a Photoshop animated file into a GIF. So you really have to get this saved out as a GIF. That's all covered in the course announcements too, in the video tutorials. So you want to check that. I can see the timeline here. There are no animations. The timeline is blank, so there are no animations. So this is an incomplete banner as there are no animations. The next thing I see, I think the background image is quite nice. I think that actually you've got relax, and you can't really read the type. You've got black type over black object. So the type is really, I don't know what that says right there. So you might consider a different color for the type. Again, can't read it. Let's something your book 3 nights and something the 4th night free. So that come once. See, it's almost impossible to read this text. Also, the text is covering the entire banner. So you really want to be more expeditious with your use of real estate, so to speak. So a good formula would be, watch my cursor, would be headline and subhead right here in about that area right there. So you really want to reduce the size. Headline, subhead, right? And then call to action right there. And the call to action is what has to be animated. The other thing I see is that the two other things that are missing is the masked image from assignment 2-1, that is required, and the location. Yeah, we got to get that location in there. You don't have to necessarily include the entire contact information, but at least mention that the resort is located in beautiful U.S. Virgin Islands. Okay, and then of course this would have to be saved out as a GIF with the animation intact and then submitted. So as you can see, we're a little bit shy on some of the requirements here, and I'll tell you what, my recommendation to you would be to go to the announcements and to really study those examples. I posted those examples way back in week 1 of successful campaigns from previous students. And you want to take a look at those because I think you're going to learn a lot about those. Watch alignment, watch your type, watch the placement and layout, etc. So we need to really, and then also in this week's announcement, I had requested that students submit a copy of the magazine ad along with the banner ad so we can check for successful adaptation. However, I don't see the magazine ad posted, so I cannot comment in that regard. So let's go ahead and make those changes. I'd like to see those changes reflected in your final submission. I think that would really point to showing an aptitude of good proficiency in the learning outcomes associated with this project. Okay, so at this point, let's go ahead and make those changes, and I would love it if you were able to submit this once more before your final submissions, just so we can check and make sure your everything is accounted for. And you can post that right to this forum here if you would like to have one more final critique before your final submission due in week 7. Okay, and then at this point, honestly, we got to start really thinking about moving along here because, as I said, the final is due next week. So that's going to creep us up on us really quickly. So let me know if you have any questions at all, Lisa. I'll be glad to make any clarifications in that regard. All right, great. Thank you very much.